Meet Sherry. Sherry Huber was born in 1944 and was filled with so much insecurity, doubt, and confusion of what to do next in her life. She attempted suicide in her mid-20s by putting a shotgun to her stomach and pulling the trigger. When facetiously asked by a doctor, "Why did you survive?" Sherry heard the question deeply and with purpose. She miraculously survived the attempt and has since dedicated her life to finding inner peace and helping others move beyond their own self-critical thoughts, to break free from the chains of self-hatred, to see the deep truth of the fact nothing is wrong with any of us. She is now an American meditation teacher of Soto Zen Buddhism. Meet Sid. Sydney Banks was born in Scotland in 1931. He was a Scottish welder who for most of his career lived in Canada, but for all intensive purposes was very unhappy with his life and unhappy in his marriage in the 1970s. He did not have a near-death experience. Rather, when speaking with a psychologist friend who told him, "You're not insecure, Sid, you just think you are," Sid had a spontaneous realization that transformed his life and his marriage. Not only did he and his wife stay happily married until he passed away in 2009, but he began traveling the world teaching psychologists, psychiatrists, and other mental health professionals about the human mind in order to spread a message of happiness, hope, and inner peace. People even showed up at his doorstep asking for advice and help. All of this from a working class guy with only a 9th grade education. Meet Anita. Anita Morajani was born in 1959 in Singapore and was raised mostly in Hong Kong. Anita experienced a miraculous recovery from cancer, coming out of a coma and experiencing total healing. What she shares in her book, Dying to Be Me, which details her life, illness, and healing, is that until her near-death experience, she didn't realize how much she was living in fear. She didn't realize how authentic she was and how harsh she had been on herself. Here's an excerpt from her book where she is reflecting on her life during her near-death experience. "Why, oh why, have I always been so harsh with myself? Why was I always beating myself up? Why was I always suppressing my own intelligence and creativity to please others? I betrayed myself every time I said yes when I meant no. Why have I violated myself by always needing to seek approval from others just to be myself? Why haven't I followed my own beautiful heart and spoken my truth? Why don't we realize this when we're in our physical bodies? How come I never knew that we're not supposed to be so tough on ourselves?" And so I invite you today to get curious about what is the common denominator in these 3 inspiring stories of transformation. And I'll give you a hint. They didn't all meditate. The people from these examples had different childhoods. They came from different parts of the world, made different amounts of money, were different genders, and didn't all eat healthy. So what is it? What is that X factor that allowed a true sustainable transformation to occur in the lives of these 3 people?